This grilling season, don't just fire up the barbecue. Elevate it with meats from around the globe, delivered straight to your door by the Butcher Shoppe Direct. They're not your average butcher. Butcher Shoppe Direct sources premium cuts from over 5 continents: Argentina, Japan, New Zealand, Spain, the US, and right here in Canada. Whether it's a tomahawk steak from Australia or melt in your mouth Wagyu from Japan, they bring the world's best to your backyard. And here's the game changer. Every order is cut fresh on the day of delivery. No sitting in a freezer, no guesswork, just top quality meat, expertly prepared and grilled ready. Planning a cookout? Check out their handcrafted burger patties and small batch sausages, perfect for taking your barbecue from good to unforgettable. And right now, you can save 15% off of your first order. Just visit butchershopdirect.com and use promo code EatingWild15 at checkout. Plus, get free delivery on all orders over $250. That's EatingWild15 to save, and free delivery when you stock up. Butcher Shoppe Direct. Premium, fresh, delivered. Welcome back to an episode of the Eating Wild Podcast YouTube edition. I was fortunate enough to fish with Italo Labignan. I didn't even care if I caught a fish, boys. These sandwiches are primo.
Again, I hear screaming, right? Freddy Krueger movie.
People really love me having the episodes of just the boys here and us chat. Well, folks, welcome back. Welcome back to an episode of the Eating Wild Podcast YouTube edition.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Look in front of you guys. See that?
We're on the tube?
We're on the tube, Lou.
What? You surprised me, eh? You didn't even warn me.
You know why I wanted you to come here, and I didn't tell you because I was like, "Where are you, man?" I thought you were gonna pull a shoot because you said that you were going to Georgia Bay again.
Yeah.
You're living it up, brother.
Almost did. Almost pulled a shoot again. Sorry, man. Smallies are more important than this podcast.
Your voice sounds a little raspy. Were you out last night, man?
Okay, man. Did you go to a party last night? Maybe a rave or something?
Yeah, have you ever heard of Rufus?
Rufus, the dog?
Rufus sounds like
An actual band. Yeah.
gosh, it sounds like a party. But yeah, what about Rufus?
So, shout out to the boys, Phil, Jesse, Bruno. We all went out for a boys' night at the Rufus concert, and it was great with Budweiser Stage in Toronto. And it's some good house music, man.
Country house or
No country this time.
house?
House music.
Wow, you're bringing us back to the days, man.
Yeah.
So we're talking like electro house, like 1997 smashes on top of a speaker with glow lights in his fingers.
Yeah, frosted tips and everything.
No way. What was the crowd like for that, Lou?
The crowd was pretty wild, man. It was a crazy mix of old and new people dressed up in tutus and
No hunters or anglers there, or
no camo anywhere to be seen.
That was my next question. How many camouflage t-shirts did you see?
Yeah, it was a very different concert than Chris Stapleton, I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
this guy's living it up, eh?
He's living. You know what? Monica goes away with the kids to Portugal.
Yeah.
And right away, I'm like, Lou, how's work, man? It's good, man. Gearing up. I'm heading back to Georgia Bay.
Yeah.
You've been living it up, man.
Been busy, man. Work hard, play hard. It's the summertime. We only got a few months. You know how it is.
Well, this episode of the Eating Wild podcast is going to be exactly about that. We're catching up.
Yes.
We got to catch up with Siege, Lou, because this guy was off grid.
That's right.
And when he did have cell phone reception for maybe about 4 minutes,
Yeah,
you did call us.
I did.
You
You checked it.
you checked in.
So when I had to go get more gas and groceries and maybe some booze, maybe a little bit, and some Kool-Aid jammers for the kids, I'd go into town and then I would get cell phone reception again. And then I'd do a post on Instagram because you guys are sending me posts, and it was a busy week, man, for you guys. You know, where were you fishing?
Man, I got to tell you, I was in Eastern Ontario, and if people haven't had a chance to listen to last week's episode, I was fortunate enough to fish with Italo Labignan, who is obviously Canadian sport fishing. You know, he's a legend. He's been on TV since we were kids. And it's so surreal for me to actually say I got to share a boat with this guy because growing up watching him on TV, and we say this about many people that we've had on the show and multiple people that we've met over the past few years doing this podcast. And I called Lou because Lou was, you had a group going up to your camp.
Yeah.
But Lou was almost like, man, am I ever going to get this opportunity? I'm going to like literally cancel.
I was so upset. I mean, we kind of joked about this at the show.
And that's right.
We got to go fishing together. And he's like, how about sometime in July? And we're all like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
He put it in his Palm Pilot.
He puts it in his BlackBerry, and then then all of a sudden Tone calls me. He's like, hey man, this was I think on Wednesday. He's like, are you free to fish on Friday? I'm like, well, I'm going to G Bay. I got plans. He's like, well, we're supposed to go fishing with Italo. I'm like, what the hell? I was so upset, man.
I did the same thing. I'm like, of all the weeks, Tone, of all the weeks you go fishing with the legend, and I'm far north off the grid.
You know what, man? It was nuts because when I was he thought I was Luis. He's like, hey, Luis. He's like, paisano. I'm like, hey, it's Antonio. He's like, hey. He's like, so this is what, and then he didn't even let me talk. It was like, this is where you're going to meet me. We're going to target walleye. We're getting them we're getting big one. And I'm just like, checking my phone to look at my schedule because it caught me off guard.
He didn't give you a chance to say no.
Well, in my mind, I was like, who am I canceling on Friday? I don't care what show I'm at. They're getting canceled. Yeah, and, but you know what, guys? It was awesome because it was a short day. We actually got some footage of it too, which was cool.
And you have a podcast coming up, right?
We got a podcast. Yeah, we did a podcast with it. And I'll tell you, man, just talking to him, what you people see on TV, the religious, sort of down to earth, passionate about food, passionate about his wife, Barb, and his travels all over the world. We talked food. We talked fishing. It was 1,000,000 degrees out. The fishing wasn't like, I'm gonna tell you, the fishing wasn't the greatest, but I didn't give a shit. Like I didn't even care if I caught fish, boys.
Yeah,
you guys caught.
We caught fish, but what I'm telling you is that when you're in that moment, and listen, having the camera there, it's different as well because the only thing going through my mind was like, okay, we need to have content. Like, how do I create content with this guy?
You don't need to.
You didn't need to.
Yeah, he's a natural.
You don't need to because this guy's been in front of a camera his whole career, and it was like just so when you guys listen to that podcast, it was just imagine me and him on the phone, because that's what it was. It was just a conversation.
You guys did the podcast basically from the boat.
From the boat, yeah,
that's
fished, and nothing was scripted, man. There was no script with that. It was we went out, we fished, we had fun, and kudos to him and learning more about that guy personally, and he invited us back fishing with him. Don't know where we'll fish, but the guy's a stick.
Italo, if you're listening, you're making plans with me.
And me when I'm not on family.
Do it through Tone.
But let me tell you guys something. I made some sandwiches that he told me were bellissimo.
Okay, let's walk through the sandwiches.
So first of all, my nerves were shot.
Yeah.
So I drove up to Port Perry. We went to Eastern Ontario. So I figured I would drive up Thursday after work to my cottage, which is in the Kawartha Lake area, and I would get some sleep and then meet him. The one thing I would say, CJ, you guys would love this. We weren't there at 5 a.m. sharp when the sun was coming up. No. He's like, let's meet around 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Because
he doesn't wake up early.
Yeah, he's not waking up early. He's just like, let's meet at 9 o'clock. We'll fish till 2. It was like one of those things. It's like perfect, man. It's like perfect timing. I could sleep in. At this point, I knew I had a couple hours drive ahead of me, but I said, I need to make this fellow paisan, because when he came to the spring fishing in Butcher, Luis brought him hot pastachnada.
I sure did.
He was pouring him espressos.
Yep.
He was coming to our booth like it was a Bronx tale.
We had
we're at the stoop.
We had the VIP room in the back. Remember that?
Yeah. And so he already had this perception of, hey, I'm taking out one of the guys from Eating Wild. So I went to the local store. I went to the Trading Post, which is a place out in Port Perry. I bought bruschettini, prosciutto, sopprezzata, capicolo, and provolone cheese, friulano cheese, pesto, olive tapenade, arugula, buffalo mozzarella, balsamic reduction. It was like going to it was like going to an Italian wedding.
Okay.
I got fresh focaccia bread.
So I put pesto, arugula.
Didn't make the focaccia.
No, I was crazy. I had no time to make the focaccia. I went and bought, but they were nice. They were from the bakery at the Trading Post. And they were triangle focaccia. So I cut them up. I did a layer of pesto. I did the arugula, olive oil, sliced tomato, buffalo mozzarella. And then I did some with the prosciutto and then some with the soppressata. He doesn't eat much.
Yeah.
You know, look at him. He's a good shape.
Yeah.
He's a lean guy.
Yeah.
I made 7 sandwiches. I made 7.
You're not with the eating wild boys here, you know.
Listen, the camera guy had to eat too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Camera guy made a couple sandwiches which were devoured. Okay.
Yeah.
We won't. That's a mystery man, but that mystery man was a vegetarian, and the mystery man smashed both sandwiches I made him: roasted red peppers, garlic,
There we go.
olive oil, arugula, pesto, and San Marzano tomatoes. Both sandwiches gone.
So
Gone.
Ron Howard can put back the sandwiches in there. Whoa, wow.
Salute to the camera guy, because I felt good when he smashed both sandwiches in 7 minutes. And anyway, so I said to Italo, soppressata or do you want prosciutto? He looks at me, he goes, does an elephant like nuts? That's what he said to me. He's like, does an elephant like nuts? I'm like, okay, here, put my hand in, I grabbed him a soppressata sandwich. And he looked at me, he's like, these sandwiches are primo. I said, primo like Luis, my cousin, primo. And you know what? Those were pretty, I've cooked for famous people, man. But making those sandwiches, I was nervous. I was nervous because I was like, you know.
Paolo's a really nice guy.
Great guy.
It's refreshing to see. We've only been in this industry for how long? Maybe 2 years?
Yeah.
On the kind of like the business side of the fishing industry. And to meet people, let's face it, we meet some people when they're off camera, they're not the same as on camera.
100%.
We've met people like that. And to see guys like that are saying on and off camera that are just genuine gems.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. Like, I mean, he's still fishing. He's pretty much retired, right? Like,
Yeah, he's retired. He's still doing YouTube content. He's still using, you know, baits like Rapala, Crush City and stuff like that. He's still representing some brands. But at the end of the day, he's really into farm to table. So he's got a beautiful garden going at home. He said him and Barb, like, she's baking every day, homemade desserts. He's picking, you know, we're talking about chicoria and dandelions and this and that. And this guy's,
wait a minute, what, dandelions?
he listen, what I'm talking.
Italians are.
I better not ruin it for Joe. Did you talk about him
We
on the
talked
podcast?
about the dandelions. The guys,
Let's keep this for the next episode.
Because I hate dandelions.
here we go.
Let's keep this for the next.
There we go.
episode.
What? Because we listen. We didn't talk about pistachnada and galinas. All right, man. We're talking chicoria here, and we had to listen, man. He's into the food. He's quite a foodie, which made it easy for me to hold a conversation with him when it came to food, because the guy's Italian. He's passionate. To be honest, I think his travels when he was a kid, he ended up in Slovakia. So he's got I believe so. You have to listen to the podcast because I haven't heard it yet. But there's a part of his life where he was in Slovenia or Slovakia. And so the culture, like, he's been across Europe and he's eaten all over the world pretty much. He was a lot of fish from the Florida area, because you guys know he had a show in Florida before, and then COVID hit,
Right.
and that's when he came back to Ontario. But before that, he filmed most of Fish in Canada was done in Florida. So he was eating, and he told me his favorite ceviche was from a cobia, I believe, species of fish, it's sort of like a jackfish, like eat the amberjacks. And anyways, I called Allseas to see if I can get it, and unfortunately, you can't get it here. But he was telling me some cool fish recipes, and definitely was one of those surreal moments for myself. And the time went by way too fast. I didn't care if I caught a fish, Siege. I didn't give a shit. I was like, don't care. I'm fishing with this guy, and it was really cool. I can't wait for you guys to one day share a boat with that guy, because it was awesome.
Buddy, the fishing I had when you were fishing with him during that hot time,
I saw the pictures.
I had one of those weeks, Lou. It didn't matter what you were targeting. You could find it.
Yeah.
You wanted to get Walters, so we get Walters in the morning. We get our limit. Well, not even our limit. We throw some back. So we kept the Walters. And then after that, it was this smash fest for largie, smallie.
I saw a picture of you with a huge Walter.
Huge Walter, massive. But the best part was, Tone, I was getting Walters in 8 feet of water with weeds, and they're crushing jerk baits. So it wasn't a typical walleye.
You were catching walleye, basically fishing for bass.
Fishing for bass.
That's fun, man.
I can't tell you the lake I was on. I can't.
Yeah.
But
Don't care.
far north, and it's just a gold mine. And We just had one of those years, like I said before. Sometimes
What area is it in? Is it Nipissing? What's a Nipissing?
In between North Bay and Sudbury.
Okay.
There's about 1 million lakes in that area, but yeah.
Tons of
okay, yeah. Perfect.
So aren't all those lakes good? Like, come on.
Buddy, the one guy was complaining because on the weekend he's, there's too much boat traffic. I'm like, really? I looked 4 boats on the weekend, including me. And then on Monday, I had one guy that's in a tear.
I remember you said that about that property, that because you even told me, you're like, I don't even need electronics on this lake.
I don't.
You grew up on
I don't
this lake.
like. I mean, the most it's a shallow lake. The deepest it gets is around 15 feet. But I know every tree stump and every little thing. Like, I mean, this is where I cut my teeth. Where my grandfather, my father, my uncle.
So
but,
you weren't using live scope.
No, I don't have live scope on my boat. I have not. Don't even get me going on that one. But yeah, it was just the kids caught fish, and I'm not talking like panfish. They're catching three and a half, 4s, and
it's so fun for the kids, man.
I was getting spoiled. I was telling you earlier, Lou, I was getting sick of catching them on the jerkbait because I was catching so much. So I wanted to try different presentations just because you just get sick of it, right? Yeah. It's I'm not bragging by any means, but it was just, everything was clicking. We ate fish every night, fresh Walters every night, and caught some good largies and smallies. And my kids weren't on their devices every 10 seconds.
The best part.
Play board games, watch family movies. It was just great, man. And we have our dog for the first time, our new dog, and he is a true lake dog. What did you just say?
His name's Bab.
Bab. No, it's not Bob. It's Bab.
It's Bab.
True northern dog, likes to eat frogs, go fishing, and all that stuff. So yeah, it was great to have that. But yeah, man, I tell my kids all the time, they think fishing is that easy, and then I'll bring them to other lakes, and they're like, this fishing sucks.
Yeah.
When you get spoiled like that. But it was good, man. It was really good.
And you had the same experience as I did with my kid. You were throwing some JDM stuff.
No.
And your kids also lost some of your JDM stuff.
No,
they didn't lose it. But yeah, there was some JDM hanging from trees.
Yeah. Okay.
So we ended up getting it back out. They give it the one little small tug and then the hard tug, but every time was cringy. I'm like, there's $35 in that tree right now. I was ready to get a chainsaw, Tony. Because you want to give them, because I know what baits were clicking on that lake at that time, and it happened to be the expensive baits were clicking. So you want your kids to have the most, that tool that's working. But yeah, it was really good. The girls got leeches on them for the first time. They freaked.
Oh, leeches on their body?
Yeah,
live leeches.
Live leeches.
Like were they baiting, or they were just like in the water?
So when my kids were swimming, they would come through a little bit of mucky areas, and between their toes, just freaking.
My daughters would lose it,
buddy. I'm on the dock, and it's a quiet little cottage resort, and I just hear like a Freddy Krueger movie's on, like just a horror movie. And my wife's yelling too, and I'm like, you guys gotta relax. I'm like, you get mosquitoes on you all the time. You don't panic like that. And we're not talking leeches like 2-3 inch leeches. We're talking like little bloodsuckers, right? So they get between the things, and they're trying to pull them. But you just as a kid, my parents put a little salt on.
Come right off.
They don't like the salt, and they kind of like shrivel right up. And then when they saw that, they kind of were cool with it. They were kind of like, oh, and then now they know what to do.
Right.
But they just went nuts. They're checking everything. They've seen the movie Stand By Me before. And I don't know if our listeners probably seen it too. And when the leech scene, and the one guy passes out after he opens his drawers and see where the leech is.
Grabs the leech.
So it wasn't to that extent, but.
Never seen it.
But yeah. What? You never seen Stand By Me?
Nope.
He's kidding, bro. This guy, what do you mean he hasn't seen Stand By Me?
Never watched Stand By Me.
Okay. Next fishing trip, if it's
you never watched Stand By Me, I know you.
Never seen the movie Stand By Me.
First of all, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. The leech is
a mess.
Crazy.
So Stand By. All I know is that there's a song called Stand By Me.
Yes.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah. Well,
Tom,
don't sing it.
Keith Sutherland, Will Wheaton, River Phoenix.
It's a
Kiefer Sutherland.
Corey Feldman.
Oh, so it's an 80s movie.
Yeah. Well, it's an iconic 80s movie.
It's a classic. Coming of age story. Beautiful.
Okay, next fishing trip.
Fishing trip, I'm watching Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably dump, but anyways.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that was the trip, man. A lot of fun. And the girls, like I said, went screaming. And I'm going to tell you one more story about screaming. So we have our new dog, Bab, right?
Bab.
So you don't call your dog Bab. What's the dog's real name, man? What are you guys talking Bab? What is Bab? What's his name? It's not a dog's name. That's not a dog name. Sab? Here, Bab.
You say it so perfect, Dan.
Bab.
What's his name?
Bab.
Yeah, that's his name.
But instead of the O, put in an A. So it's like Bab.
I'm not from Fall River, man. I'm not from Boston. I don't like hey, Bab.
So
Cheers.
So I was on the phone with you yesterday.
That's ridiculous.
Toad, I was on the phone with you yesterday. And did you hear some screaming? And
I did. That's when you cut me off. You're like, I gotta go.
So again, I hear screaming.
Yeah.
Right? Freddy Krueger movie. So my kids are all backyard. They have their friends there. They're outside with Bab. And then, and all of a sudden, they're screaming. And when you scream, Bab's got a mouse. I'm like, oh, cool. Get rid of it, right? Oh, no, it wasn't a mouse.
Oh, no.
Pop found a bunny nest.
Oh, no.
And would just,
Bugsy?
he was just burying, because what they do is they nest when I'm away and the grass gets longer. And then, so they bury down, they take the dead grass, and then the mom takes a lot of her fur, and then she puts it all in over top, and it blends in with the grass. And I guess Bab got the scent, and he starts digging. And they burrow, like the mom makes it, like it's a good 12 inches, 13 inches in there, in the ground. And all the bunnies are in there. But the reason why my girls thought it was a rabbit or a mouse, because it didn't even have its fur yet.
Oh, it was like just a fresh litter.
Eyes they weren't open.
Oh, this thing was like all pink?
Yeah, brownish pink and squealing.
Ugh. So Bob had him in between his teeth.
I get in the backyard, Tone. I had to hang up on you. I get in the backyard, and he's just like doing the head shapes.
Oh,
And he was so proud to bring it to me. I'm like, good job, man. But the Kaiser, my girls are always like, good job. I always want to give him a little spank if he has a potty accident in the house. And they're like, you can't spank Bob. And I'm like, okay. They wanted me to whoop Bob when they had the rabbit. Whoop him. And then so,
oh no.
So I have now in section in my backyard, my house, I have a little fenced off, because what happens is, well, I'm cutting it off. So the rabbit didn't die. I picked it. I got to think, because once you put your human scent on, the mom won't come back and feed it. It's milk. So I did the all Google stuff, right? So then I got the bunny back. It went burrowed back in, and I covered it all up. And then I had to put it like a little makeshift fence over so Bob can't get it. And now every time he goes in the backyard, he sees the ground moving a little bit, and he just wants to just
listen. And Bob is, he sounds like we should be coming up with us to our hunting trip.
Oh, yeah. But then in the morning or at nighttime, because the mom comes back and feeds it. So at the nighttime, I got to take the fence down so the mom can come in. All these rules I have at my house to keep these bunnies alive. And it goes on for 4 more weeks.
I still don't know why you're making up a fake name for your dog. You told me the dog's real name before. I don't understand.
Listen, on air is Bab.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's it.
On-air Baptist, the on-air name.
So I know we're eating wild. So long story short, we're not eating wild bunnies at my house, at the Johnson's house, because I would be sleeping in the doghouse.
Well, if you were Portuguese, I'd be on the table.
Yeah.
Speaking of bunnies, boys, have you guys looked at the news lately? Did you see the nut job in Vaughan, Ontario? You guys know?
Oh, he shot a rabbit on his front.
You never heard that, man?
No.
Okay, so picture this. This was on CP24, 680 News. I heard it this morning.
It's crazy.
This is from somebody's ring camp from their front yard in their garage. Some guy in a white Dodge Ram or F-150 drives by a house, slams the brakes, reverses, and then it pans to the front door camera. There's a rabbit on this person's front lawn.
Okay.
The guy pulls a 410 out of the window and pops it, shoots it, and then you see the rabbit squirreling around on the front lawn, and the guy drives away.
He didn't even take it?
No, it's like it was just you never seen it. See,
No,
you
I
gotta
gotta
Google
look
this. People listening, Google this. some nut job.
Are you sure it wasn't
That,
gas?
no. But see, that's legal in North Bay.
No, it's not. You can't shoot.
on, man.
You can't shoot anything from a vehicle.
Come on, man. There's
No
no rules
disclaimer.
up there, boys.
Disclaimer: no shooting firearms from. We
don't do
don't.
it.
We don't endorse it.
Audience, please don't listen to
Okay,
Tone.
don't Google it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, you can watch the footage right now on 680 News or CP24. Guy rolls up in Vaughan, Ontario, into a neighborhood,
A residential.
neighborhood, drives by the house, stops, backs up, and then it pans to a separate camera. You see the rabbit on the front lawn, and all you hear is bang, and you see this thing flopping around. Buddy rolls up the window. It was like watching a scene from Boys in the Hood, and Buddy drives off, popping rabbit style.
So
Like, what's wrong with people?
drive-by popping of the bunnies.
Drive by pop.
But I heard the guy got arrested.
Well, did they find him?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I just heard it this morning on my way in, and then I looked at it on my phone, and you could actually watch it, and you hear it, and people are like pissed, like people are devastated. Of
course,
because you're in Vaughan, Ontario. You hear a gun, and it was
City.
at 6 a.m. So it happened at 6 in the morning. So can you imagine, Siege? You would live in a neighborhood. You're in the suburbs,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you hear a gunshot go off.
Yeah.
You're freaking out. You look out your window, and it's like Elmer Fudd popping Bugsy on your front lawn.
That's
what's the
crazy.
point?
But this is the garbage that will tighten up our gun laws.
100%.
Yeah.
That is the garbage that happens.
That's what I was going at. That's where I was going at.
Gets all of the rest of us in trouble.
Yeah.
I watch Backwoods Law all the time. So what they do is the game wardens, they'll put in the bush or else by the roads decoys.
Yeah.
So then the guys come in their pickup truck, drive by, pop, and they go to get it, and then it's like marshals.
You saw a decoy on the 400, or on it was me and you. Do you remember that? We were driving to the hunt camp. It was me and you, and it was right at the side, not the 400. It was what's
The side road.
It was a side road, and we saw
A
it.
decoy of what?
It was a buck. It looked like a buck, but it was fake, unless somebody had it at the side of the road as their mailbox. But
Up there.
remember that, Lou? Or was it me and Dan? I gotta ask Dan.
I feel like
I think it was us. We were driving, and we were like, "Look at that buck!" And we're like, "That's not real."
Oh yeah.
It was completely fake. And then I was wondering if that was what it was.
And a lot of times they set them up at nighttime, so you can't really tell, right? So you saw it broad daylight, you could
It
tell
was.
what
I think we were going up Highway 69. I can't remember, but anyways, yeah, that's a thing where people are putting out decoys to catch these guys. But one thing I will say is that you don't expect that to happen in the suburbs.
No.
And Lou's 100% right. That's why, we hunters, like we're fighting with the government right now to try to keep our guns and keep hunting safe. And we respect, but listen, man, we totally respect the rules and regulations here in Ontario. Especially, we learned, we've had some good mentors teaching us the ropes. But if you're going to do that, you're making us all look bad. So hopefully they did catch that guy, Leah, because that guy's a goof.
chances are he doesn't even have his hunting license.
Yeah.
You know that?
Like takes that guy's guns away for life now.
Oh, you can't do that,
It's
man.
mental. Anyways.
Well, we're going to take a short break. But listen, guys, before we do that, I just want to say we have had a lot of emails and text messages come into social media saying that they've been really enjoying us and our banter. People really love having the episodes of just the boys here and us chatting. So it's always good to chat to you guys and catch up. But Siege, we got a couple Q&As we're going to go through.
Yes.
On the other side of this break, we're going to talk a bit of food. We're going to talk about the barbecues that me and Lou purchased. We're going to talk about, thanks to Rob there at our Dixon's barbecue and friends at Dixon's that hooked us up. And we're going to take a short break for our sponsor. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Eating Wild listeners, are you still searching for that perfect boat?
Xtreme Marine London has got you covered with new and used boat sales, service, and professional installation of marine electronics and accessories. Visit their London or Kingsville, Ontario locations today and get ready to make waves and catch that fish of a lifetime.
Xtreme Marine is your one-stop marine shop. Check them out at www.extrememarinelondon.com and follow their journey on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to tell them that the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
And we're back, boys. what's going on. Thanks for sticking around, listeners, and hearing out our sponsors. We appreciate and sticking around. Tone, this past weekend, I forgot to mention this earlier, I had some city slicker friends come with me fishing at G Bay.
Okay.
And it was pretty funny. You know how you take your kids fishing and you got to tie the knots, and you got to put on the lures.
Yep.
I was doing this for like 40-year-old night. Okay. Yeah. And you know, it was kind of fun. It was fun. But man, did I have to have some patience with these guys, you know? Shout out to my friends Ray, Mike, and my buddy Akshay, who, listen, this guy's a genius. This guy's like a heart surgeon, okay? That's what he does for a living, as a doctor. But you put this guy in a boat, and it was amazing seeing how he knew nothing. Right.
He wasn't too surgical on the water.
Yeah, he was very, oh, that's great that you brought that up. He was very surgical by the way he was like holding the rod and like
Oh, really?
reeling in and trying to get like, look, and this was his first time ever fishing from a boat, like first time ever in his life. Okay. And it was so much fun, man. But just the way like he would ask these questions, like, you know, fishing for your first time, you're gonna reel the lure in all the way to the.
Oh yeah, and you cringe.
And I'm like, guys, leave some line before it gets to the tip of the rod. You're gonna bust my rod tip. You're gonna ruin the knot, right?
You know what? I think all of our listeners can relate to this at some point, where they want to take somebody out fishing, and it's fun in the beginning, but then you start losing your patience.
Oh no, I wasn't losing it.
Lou, I gotta ask, what lure did you have tied on their lines?
So you want to put guys on fish?
Yeah.
You got the staples are like spinner baits.
Something where they don't have to do much, right?
Not much technique, right? Like no jerking action. Or,
Yeah.
No finesse stuff.
Yeah.
So it was spinner baits, swim baits.
Swim baits are perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
And top water stuff. And buddy Ray, he caught a nice pike. He caught, I think it was a 32 incher. Wow. So he was losing it, right? This guy caught the biggest fish of the little trip that we had. And but everyone caught fish. Actually started off, you know, just learning the ropes and everything from like the speed of your reeling in, right? These guys don't know, they're learning, right? And then finally by the end of the day, everyone put like 5 or 6 fish in the boat, and you know, largemouth, smallmouth, pike.
No,
It was hilarious.
That's how you get guys hooked on fishing, though. Like, I don't care how these guys are in their 40s. You send them, the guy catches a 30-inch to a 32-inch pike. This guy's like, Lou, when are we coming back? I guarantee you, how are they dying to come back now?
They all messaged me after, called me after, said, "Bud, thanks for you know, great day out." And one guy's looking to go buy his first rod and reel. The other
There's
guy,
nothing better than buying your first combo.
yeah, exactly.
I'm jealous. I am jealous.
Get that feeling back.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like we have everything that we possibly need, that it does nothing for me now. It's brutal. I'm not excited anymore.
Are you crazy?
I guarantee you're gonna upset their wives, because they're gonna be like, yeah, I only need these 4 lures. This is all I need for fishing. Yeah. And we all know how that works. Yeah. You know, 5 lures later.
And then you get into ice fishing, and then on next thing you know, it's a whole new sport.
I'm pushing it with these guys, but we'll see.
That's nice of you, Lou. Instead of bringing a kid fishing, you're like, bring a doctor fishing for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. You call him Doc. You're like, hey, Doc. Did you call him Doc?
Because that's going to be his dude.
Hey, Doogie Howser.
Just call him the Duke. I love it, man.
George Clooney. What was it? What's George Clooney?
Man, GC?
Yeah.
Brain, fixing hearts and busting lips.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Oh, man, that sounds like a great time. Sounds like a country song. But I gotta ask you, Lou. Mike, Fishing Frenzy, man. I know you've been in contact with him.
Yep.
How's it going? How's the season going? And how's it looking out there for those kids?
Fishing Frenzy is on fire. It looks like the leagues are getting jammed with kids, which is so fun to see. There's a couple new zones, and he's doing more stuff. Mike's sponsoring some events as well. He's I saw something. I forget what I should pull this up, but he was Hold on a sec here. Let me pull this up.
The last time I talked to you, Siege, you were saying how he was looking for more coaches or more zones that he was possibly looking to, while Lou's looking this up.
I think he filled his whole thing for the summer.
Did he?
So he filled it up, and we see pictures on Instagram all the time. He collabs with us.
Right.
And to see these kids' faces holding like a little bluegill, a little bluey,
Oh man,
pumped.
it must be amazing.
They got their own jerseys.
That's the coolest thing about that is the jerseys to me.
So they got this free event for everybody, and not just kids who are actually part of the Fishing Frenzy organization. So if you didn't get your kid to sign up and you just want to go out and see what the kids are doing, they're having an award ceremony. And I think there's, I don't know, there's games, there's food, there's prizes obviously for the kids who are attending, but it's open to everyone. So they're doing a bunch of stuff, and I love what they're doing, man. So
That's great, man. Congrats, Mike, I mean, we've seen him for years at the fishing shows, and we've always wondered what he does. And it's incredible, man, to put that much time. And I can guarantee you this is just a part-time thing for him. But the amount of time that he spends on this, Siege, is incredible. And listen, if I had the time, or if I was able to be a coach even, or be a part of it on my, on my lake or whatever. So encourage people to get out there with their kids. And if you do want to become a coach, remember Mike was saying, reach out to him, because he's always looking for expansion. So it's a sport now, right? It's like he said, I remember he said to me, guys, this was like a hockey league in your town. So, picture Mississauga, and next thing you know, you can expand your league to Orangeville, right? You can expand your league to London, wherever. So kudos to Mike, and keep up the great work, bud. We're so happy to even have our name attached to you, and it's been going. But Siege, you've been monitoring the social medias. We're gonna do a couple Q&A things. We have some interesting questions. I haven't seen the questions. I got one question for Lou that came in. I can't wait to read it to him. I'm gonna catch him off guard here. All right. But the person didn't leave their name. I wish they would have left their name, because I guarantee you they're Portuguese. 100%.
They went like
They went all Portuguese on me, and I saw the question. I'm like, I got to read this one to Lou the next time I have in studio. So can I read you that one now, Lou? Or do you want, or Siege?
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember, this is from UNET. Like, I have no idea who this person was.
So you don't know if it's me?
No idea.
But
But
I like these. I like them.
it says, Portuguese wines are known for their diverse regional varieties. Could you share some of your favorite pairings with your traditional Portuguese dishes, and how specific regional wines complement the flavors? That's loaded. Like, I know you're not a wine connoisseur, but when that came in, I thought,
hit me with the question.
when that came in, I was like, I don't even know how to answer this. I got to read this to Lou.
The wrong podcast.
Like wine, like again, I have no idea who this came from. It was just a random thing to a Gmail.
Great question. But that's a 1 hour podcast just to talk about the different regions and the different wines. I mean,
Okay, well, give me this. Give me your favorite dish with your favorite Portuguese wine. Simple.
Okay.
Portuguese dish, though.
okay, I'm gonna give you a very Portuguese staple of a dish, a feijão.
Feijão.
So some sort of oh geez, I can picture it now. I forgot the actual.
Is it like a stew?
So it's a bean dish. So
Feijoada.
feijoada.
I've made it.
I forget.
I've made it. It's like
I have no
Brazilian
idea.
Portuguese. Feijoada.
So it's not Brazilian, okay? But what do you think the Brazilians got?
Oh boy.
Now we got a prop. Relax.
They
All right.
write their own take on it.
Okay,
They put the farinha on it. I don't know what that's all about. The dust. I don't know what that is. That's not Portuguese. That's for sure. But anyways, shout out to all my Brazilian friends. I love you guys. Viva Brazil, Neymar.
Okay, Ronaldo, tell me the recipe. Let's go.
So a good feijoada, man. It's like pieces of pork with beans. It's kind of like in a stew with rice.
Right.
It's such a hearty meal, and we talked to Dan about this dish, man. We love this stuff, especially in the colder months, cooler months. And then you got a wine like something from the Douro region of Portugal. It's just a little bit dry but very bold. It's a fantastic pairing, man. You can't go wrong with that. But this, like, buddy, we could be here for hours talking about this.
No, it was a loaded question. And I was like, because the question just came to our email. So it was like, I don't know if it was directed towards me, you.
It wasn't me.
But when they
they
started talking Portuguese wines and foods, I'm like, I got to read this to Lou because guarantee I couldn't answer that. Now, feijoada, on the other hand, I've had before.
Yeah.
I've made it before, and I think Dan was the inspiration behind that because we were at one point, myself, Chef Craig, and Dan, we were at our old shop. We were trying to think of more stuff. And it's funny he said the colder months because it was definitely the fall or the winter. And we were thinking of some sort of stewy dishes to make that were hearty. But you mentioned pork or whatever, but we actually make it, we made it vegetarian.
Okay.
And we made it with the rice, with the beans.
Do a cabbage.
Yeah, there was cabbage in it. And I remember Dan gave us the recipe and me and Craig just kind of tweaked it a bit. But
So good.
it was really good. But whoever sent us that email, hopefully you make that dish and drink that vino with it because
If anybody wants to actually try a new wine that's out right now in the LCBO, it's called Sol, S-O-L.
Like the beer?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
It's called SOL, great Portuguese wine. Go give that a shot and let me know how it goes. Read on it.
beautiful. Sounds good. Siege, what do you got cooking up on your laptop, bud?
So I have a Instagram message question
Okay.
from Sabrina Collard from Etobicoke, not far from here.
That's not bad.
She says, "Hey everyone, I've recently ventured into exploring wild game, and I'm curious about the common advice to soak meats like wild duck before cooking. Unlike grocery store meats, I skip soaking." So that makes sense because grocery store, there's no soaking the meat before, right?
Yeah.
I get what she's saying with this, and with the game, it's always recommended. So she says, "I'm eager to learn more. Is it mainly for enhancing flavor or tenderness? I loved your insight. Any tips you might have? Also, two-part question. Also, I'm looking to ways to prevent freezer burns since I want the best quality when it's time to cook."
It's a great question. Loaded as well. Just my insight on it, Siege. Soaking, another word for soaking is brining.
Right.
Simple brines you can use. And we learned this from Coach. I mean, the first time we had duck, the first thing he did was do that salt water brine.
I heard Italian dressing.
Italian dressing. Some people use vinegar, some vinegar-based brines, water, sugar. So many different brines you use. Like, look at that famous brine that people are using on briskets these days to make pastrami or to make
What is
famous
it?
sandwiches. Oh, well, there's lots. It's sugar, it's water, it's peppercorns, it's mustard seed, it's cumin, it's pineapple juice, it's orange juice, it's lime juice. It's all these citrus things that you use to brine these meats. And really, there's so many different recipes that, like, I've seen pickle juice as one of the most famous things that people are using on chicken wings right now.
Yeah.
They're using Frank's Red Hot and pickle juice for their chicken wings. And guys are smoking their meats after these brines. So I don't even think you need it. Like, having wild game in a brine is I think is normal for when we go up north and we pop. But
I think it's to take the gamey out of it.
yeah, and flavor, Siege.
And flavor.
And flavors, because the simple one that Coach gave us, it was to extract the blood from the breast meat of that duck.
Right.
And it was also to infuse a little bit of saltiness to it. Did it help with the game? I think so. Did it help more with the tenderizing? I think so as well.
I do for myself. I do for our walleye. I soak them overnight, the fillets in milk.
Right. Yeah. It helps really.
And that
really
I find it takes a little bit of the fishy out of it, and then it's really nice. And then, but I get what she's saying because grocery store stuff, like when you're buying chicken breast from the grocery store, you're not doing anything really. The only thing I'm soaking in is Frank's Red Hot sauce.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
My grandmother used to wash her chicken, and there's still people out there probably listening that say you have to wash your chicken.
Yeah, I get the washing part.
And I
but-
get it, but I will say when having my shop here and we go through hundreds of pounds of chicken per week, one thing that I will say, if you ever go to the grocery store and you pick up a pack of chicken and it's got that smell to it, where it's like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, how long is this? And you look at the dates and you're like, it can't smell like this after 2 days. One trick, and it's not even a trick, that people used to use, regardless if it's had a little bit of stinkiness or not, was white vinegar and water. And you rinse it in a brine of white vinegar and water, and then you let it air chill in your refrigerator. The stink is gone. I'm telling you, if it's stinky, it doesn't mean always that it's bad. It's just, it's getting there.
That's crazy you say that, because I've thrown out chicken because of that before, and it was before the expiry date.
Right.
So that's a great tip for our
Yeah,
listeners.
white vinegar will definitely take away the stench a bit, but also it's a brine as well that you can use.
Well, look, the vinegar is going to kill some bacteria.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. That's exactly what it is.
So what about freezer burn?
Freezer burn, buy a nice vac sealer. Huge.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. I've said this before on the podcast. You could go out and buy your Ziploc bags and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Dump. What you want to do, go out, spend some dough, grab yourself a proper, you can get them anywhere. Canadian Tire, go to, listen, even at Costco, buy yourself a vac sealer. Get the bags, set it at 99.9, so you want no airlock in there. You can actually marinate your meats now. Then you can actually Ziploc or vac seal with the marinade siege.
Yeah.
Let it sit in your fridge for 24 hours. Give it a chance for the marinade to penetrate, and then freeze it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, when that thing thaws, you let it sit for another day or two, you're already marinating. So I think spend the money, get yourself a vac sealer, a proper one, set it at 99.9. That's the highest setting you can get to extract all the air out of it. Some people will like if you're doing pulled pork or you're doing something that's cooked already and you're trying to preserve it, then you can set it up at like 60 to 70. You'll see all these numbers on your vac sealer. And all that does is it leaves a little bit of room, a little bit of air in there. You won't get freezer burn with that. But if you are trying to preserve or marinate your meats, definitely 100% get a vac sealer.
What I like about the vac sealer as well is you can portion out your meals more properly. Rather than throwing a bunch of fillets in a couple Glade Ziploc bags, you can portion out 2 fillets, shrink wrap it, kind of vac seal it, and then I've thrown away fish that and it hasn't even been in my freezer that long, and I try to get I used to do the straw trick.
Yeah.
Where you put it in the Glad Ziploc bag, get a straw, suck out the air, kind of get it down, and it would still get that freezer crystals. But yeah, and like you said, vac sealers, they used to be expensive. Yeah. Now you can go anywhere.
Oh, you can get them on Amazon.
Like $49 or whatever.
There is another trick. You can use a Ziploc bag. If you fill your sink with water, I don't know if you ever done this.
Really?
You fill your sink with water, you put your meat in your Ziploc bag, and then you just slowly take it underwater.
Yeah.
And then the water actually pushes all the air out.
That's right.
And you get right to the zipper part,
Oh, yeah.
and you zip it.
That's the Portuguese style That's the Portuguese. They always find a way.
Who needs a vac sealer,
The
man?
guys always find a way.
Yeah, that's $40, I say, right there.
Purple JDM baits right there.
one JD, yeah. I love it, man. But that's I hope we
Sorry.
I hope we answered your question. Thanks so much for sending that in. I believe Lou has a hot question for us.
Yeah, got a great question. This one hits home because I see these things all over the place on GBay. This comes from Brad Giles, and he says, "Hey, Eating Wild crew, have you ever thought about hunting cormorants?
Oh,
While they might not be the most appetizing choice, I can't help but imagine Chef Smash finding a way to create something gourmet from them." Oh, just kidding.
he was a jewel cook. Okay.
Thank God. But honestly, they're becoming quite a hassle around my local lakes. It's crazy how certain species can impact our environment. Have any of you noticed the same issue in your area?
Oh God, yeah.
You know what? I gotta tell you just quick.
Start it off.
Mine's very quick because there's not many. But on a Lake Scugog, again, there's no secret. That's where my home lake is. There was a tree that my neighbors had when we first purchased the place 7 years ago. And when I looked out my window from the kitchen to the lake, and I looked to where my fence meets my neighbor's house, there was a dead tree that kind of was leaning over into our backyard for the first couple of years, and it was dead already. And it was loaded with comrades for the first 2 years that I was on Scugog. Third year in, I come up to open the place up in the early spring, and I noticed the tree was gone. It was gone. So I went to my neighbor, Dennis, great neighbors to have. And I said to him, I said, "Oh man," I looked out my window and I could tell there's, it's like the view opened up. What happened to the tree? He goes, "That used to be the most beautiful tree you've ever seen in your life." He goes, "As you notice when you purchased this place, that tree's been dead." I said, "Yeah, it's just literally a tree that's been leaning over. It's been withered away. He goes, did you notice all the cormorants on it? I said, yeah. He goes, those bastards killed that tree.
Yeah.
They lit it poop.
The
They
poop.
murdered that tree. But listen to this. As soon as he cut that tree down, I haven't seen one on Skoogog in the last 4 years. Not one.
We've seen him there, just not.
Have you seen a cormorant? I swear to you, I have
don't
not
recall.
seen a cormorant on Skoogog since that tree's been gone, Lou. I swear to you, I haven't.
They're everywhere.
I know they're everywhere, and there probably is some there because they were on that tree, but I have not seen
Around
one.
your cottage, I don't see them
No,
that often.
and that's what I mean. And I haven't been out much anyways. But the point is like that was the reason that tree died was because of their poop. That's what he told me.
My parents live around the Niagara River, on the Niagara River. I've seen the same thing with the trees. It almost looks like an old Alfred Hitchcock movie. Beautiful trees, and they just look dead afterwards, just like from like a nuclear war. And they just poop and they move on to the next tree. Not to mention how much fish they consume.
That's the biggest problem.
That's the biggest problem, and I've seen it. What they were trying to do was spray the eggs, and the town spray the eggs, but it's too soon to know if it's actually working. The lake I was at, the mystery lake, the one that I won't tell you guys about, I saw 2 of them this summer. And so they were on, my dad and I were fishing, and they were on a rock when you generally see seagulls. I am so scared that this lake is going to get infested with these things. So I had with me, my 22 410 combo. So my goal was to pop these cormorants. There was only 2 of them. Thank God I looked at the regulations. It's not open season all year round.
No.
I thought it was. I think it believes it starts in September like duck.
It is September 15th to December 31st.
So I happened to be like, okay, I know I can't shoot them with the 22. You can't use the rifle load on them. I could use my 410. So I'm like, population control, this beautiful lake I love, doing my part, pam, done. But thank God I looked. And I shot one before, and I was with you.
Yeah,
I was with you guys.
Yeah, I was with you. I think you were with Dan or Lou, but
Yeah.
I was there.
It was the first time I shot one was duck hunting. I never felt so happy to take a bird's life before, just because I hate these things. And we were duck hunting, and one came over, and I got it down. The wingspan on this thing, it's crazy. But now I think they believe, is it correct, Lou? You can shoot 13 of them.
15 per day.
15 per
Oh, wow.
day.
That's a lot.
Daily limit 15. Possession limit none. You're allowed to hunt from a boat.
Yeah.
As long as it's stationary and the motor's off.
Same as duck. Okay. Yeah.
Don't need hunter orange. You need to retrieve your birds right away. Carcasses must be buried on private land or disposed of at an approved waste disposal site.
It's great for anyone I talk to. Just don't be buying Black Cloud. You're not going to use expensive shells for these things because, you want to use a reasonably priced, but it's great for target practice. And but I can't believe there's a limit of 15.
You see them on Georgian Bay?
Yeah.
A lot of them?
I see them all the time, every day. And sometimes we go to, especially in the big water, there's certain islands that'll just hold them.
Yeah.
And the rock will just turn completely black.
Yeah.
For the full of these birds. Yeah. And then you get close and you just see that cloud lift off the rock. These things
You don't see any greenery around anymore. They just,
destroy everything.
everything that's alive is pretty much is dead.
Yeah.
So do you think that the ministry were putting this in the 15 bird limit per day? I mean, do you think that they are trying to promote getting these things? I mean, it sounds like a lot of work, to be honest. I don't think I want to go and pop these birds.
I do.
And I got to bury them on my property and this and dispose of. I want to pop and eat.
Yeah. Well, that's a great.
Do you know what I mean? This is just
You want to
me.
be the first to try to come.
No,
I'm sure there's. I'm sure.
I mean, they're dumb as they look already. Who's gonna? Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. You got any gravy for the comrade? I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that shit.
I think we got something here.
Listen,
You are a chef.
Yeah,
right?
I don't care.
And I would love to see what would you like. I mean, they're fish eating, right? So there's
Not only are they fish eating, they are known to eat about a pound of fish per day. 1 pound of fish per day. That's a lot of fish, man.
Yeah, I got the perfect recipe for it, Siege. You know, it might cost you a bit of bacon, but you just wrap her up in bacon and fire it right in the garbage, bud. There's your recipe, folks.
Why even
Go to the grocery store, buy yourself some bacon, and wrap her up and fire it right in the garbage.
Why waste the
There's
bacon?
your recipe.
Why waste the bacon?
Like I said, it might cost you bacon. That's about it.
Yeah, that's
Don't
great.
care, ain't cooking it.
But the crazy thing is, you know, invasive stuff that we've had in our Ontario waters, like look at the goby. At least the best thing about the goby is the smallies will eat it. So there's things that are consuming it. What's consuming taking down cormorants and an animal chain? Nothing.
An eagle.
Like
hawk.
yeah,
That's rare.
and they're just oh man.
And they're vicious, those things. The peaks on them, like
I remember the wingspans that you mentioned it when we came.
I have a
close up,
picture.
It was huge.
I have a picture of it. I'll post it on Instagram. I think you have the picture. You
Yeah,
took it.
I've seen it.
But yeah, I've never been so happy to. I was almost happier to pop that than a duck, just because I felt like I was doing my part. You know what I mean? That's a great question.
Great question.
And
Love
yeah, we like to hear more stories about people that are hunting them. Like I mean, do they feel that they're on a certain lake and they're doing population control and they see less of them now because of,
I'm sorry to interrupt, Siege. I forget who did a complete episode. One of the famous guys on TV, man.
Mike Miller?
I think it was Mike. Miller.
Yeah, it was Mike Miller. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
He did a whole episode on hunting cormorants.
Yep.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter.
Check
was
that
on
out.
one. Yeah, it was
I
great.
watched that.
Yeah,
I watched that.
he did it with crows too. It was actually quite his episode with crows. He did crow taco, which was really, really cool to see. I've never seen that in my life.
There you go.
But, yeah, I thought Miller's popping.
You can do crow taco, then why can't you do cormorant taco?
Nope, don't care. Don't want it.
Man, you put an eating wild spice on that cormorant. What do you think? Lose a jerk? Lose a jerk on that cormorant?
The Portuguese love it.
I'll try it.
Put it on the Traeger?
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, I'd try it. Yeah.
You guys are okay. You know what? Let's
got more questions?
We got
No, that's it.
No more questions.
We're running out of time, man.
running out of time. But listen, we got to do some housekeeping quickly. Couple things, guys. Tomorrow at this time, I will be eating at Hell's Kitchen in Vegas. I can't wait.
That's Vegas tomorrow.
I'm leaving at 9:00 in the morning.
Viva!
By the time
Las
this comes out,
Vegas.
I'll already be back. But I'm telling you, I got a huge trip planned. We're going to watch the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. That's right. I'm frosting my tips tonight when I get home.
Boys, I love
Yeah, I'll be blonde by 9 p.m. tonight.
So Lou opens up about going to a house concert last night, and now you're going to Vegas not to see an Elvis impersonator. You're going to see
Everybody.
I need it. If there's any podcast hiring out there, I'll send you my resume because these guys are just
out.
come out.
Hey man, I love Backstreet.
Okay, I said this last podcast.
So does my buddy Ray.
Okay, relax, Johnny Cash. All right.
The Man in Black.
Listen, man, it's my wife's birthday. We grew up in the night. If you didn't grow up in the early 2000s and you don't like the back, we're still on the radio. Listen, we're having a great time. We're bringing the girls. We're going to eat at beautiful restaurants. And I can't wait, boys. I
Bless opening up for Backstreet Boys. Destiny's
In
Child.
sync.
Come on. You guys gotta relax, all right? Destiny's joke.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
New Kids on the Block, hanging tough. Are you hanging tough with the New
Okay,
Kids?
that's enough.
Okay.
Siege.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about our sponsors quickly before we lock up. Rob from Xtreme Marine, you checked in with him because he put your boat together
Yes.
before he left. How's he doing, man?
He is busy, man. And not only does he have Xtreme Marine London, he has Xtreme Marine Kingsville. Then he has
Where's Kingsville?
Kingsville's outside of Windsor area, kind of where we went out with Mox and Kyle Mox.
Gotcha.
So then he has Inner Bay Refinishing with his partner Kevin that does like body work on boats, and then he has Inner Bay Storage. So that's where I'm lucky enough to store. I forgot to talk about my new boat, buddy. 19-footer, I love it. I can never go back. I can't go back to 16s, man. I thought I had, you know what? I got double windshield, 90 horsepower. It fits in my garage. I was always obsessed about fitting into my garage. Now I don't care. I'm getting it stored. 19-foot. I can't go back. No. Anyone that's listening, do it. If you like, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Anyways, Rob has Inner Bay storage at OL as well, and this is all in Long Point. So he's busy, summer season, and we're going to have him on the podcast. Maybe it might be on the show when we go to the sportsman
We
show.
got to get him going, man.
Yeah, he's not much of a thing, but we'll force him.
We'll force it.
He's redoing doing something on your deck, right?
He's doing deck work. He did all my
He's
electronic.
extending the deck.
Yes.
As your legend.
Yes. And you know what, Lou? I fell off my deck this week fishing with my dad because any of our listeners, it's a legend. So it's a fishing ski, but you still have the bow and it's cut out. And I'm not used to a cutout part on the deck. So I did a hook set, walked back once, boom.
Boom.
Really?
Felt like an idiot.
I know that happens all the time on my boat. Same thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put like a flap over. He's customized. He can do anything, and they don't just sell boats.
Right.
They full service and beautiful boats. But that's what Rob's got cooking. What about Butcher Shoppe? What do they got going on?
Well, the Butcher Shop, Allison, we spoke to her last week. She is hooking us up with a couple prize packs that we're giving away. The August long weekend, we are giving away a Butcher Shop Prime box.
Yes.
So you can enter on Instagram, guys. This is a primo box. When we say prime, the cut of meats is Canadian prime. That's AAA or higher. For anyone that wants to know what prime means, you're getting a Tommy in there, tomahawk. You're getting a couple ribeyes. You're getting some shanks. Look it up right now. Go on the Butcher Shop Direct. So we got that giveaway going. She's also hooking us up with Siege. Is a prime box / eating wild box for the CISA event that we are actually sponsoring at the end of the month.
That's 50 G's.
50G tournament. Moose, we had him on last week, man, boys. I'll tell you right now, if we weren't part of that event in a sponsorship, I mean, you're fishing against some top level guys from, we can drop the Johnson brothers' name.
You mean me?
The Coop, go on, the Louis Pereiras, the Daniel Hooks at Martin's.
Who?
Like, those are huge sticks. And no, but all jokes aside, we will be there. And the Butcher Shop is providing us with some quality meat to give away. Don't forget to go on the Butcher Shop Direct website, guys. Use the Eating Wild 15 code. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. You don't have to get anything that you are forced into purchasing that we are putting out there. Just browse. CG, you like chicken wings.
The hot dogs.
The hot dogs. You want game? Get yourself a venison backstrap. You want, duck, Muscovy duck breast. They got some of the best duck breasts coming from.
They got ground beef too.
Ground beef, ground venison. They got everything.
Buddy, my favorite right now is bison.
The bison's amazing. And that comes from a farmer out in Quebec they bring in.
So good.
They got some beautiful meat. So, but other than that, Lou, what's happening at Gagnon's?
Yeah, what's going on with Justin?
What's going on, man?
I'm the wrong person to ask about Justin because I think Siege talks to the guy like every other day. Oh, but they're out. They always got some good sales going.
Always.
Saw them posting about some stuff that they've always got new stuff coming in as well. I was talking to my buddy John, who's going to come fishing with me in a couple of weeks, and we're going to do a smallie day.
Yeah.
Is that John, the psychiatrist you bring in? You bringing out doctors? Is he a psychiatrist?
I'm the contractor.
Oh, okay.
Not
The
a
more
therapist. Not a dental hygienist.
No, contractor.
Yeah, go ahead.
A little rough around the edges, this guy.
I like those guys. Yeah.
No, he's a great smallie fisherman. Him and his bro, they go smallie fishing all the time. They're entering tournaments here and there. And we're going to hit the smallies soon, and I want to go up to Gagnon's and stock up on a few things. So
They loaded up, man. They loaded up.
One thing about Justin, I remember he told me in Usage is that when he goes to buy, he buys it all. There's no he told me and Lou, me and
he gets
Siege,
deals, man.
he's like, listen, man, you guys, I was looking for a Panfish Series St. Croix. He's like, I got it. I'm like, do you want the model? No, I got it.
He buys in volume. He's a volume guy, and then that way you get the discounts, man. Their shop is amazing. The best thing for us is not only their fishing, let's talk about the hunting, the gun selection, and
The shooting range.
So yeah, check them out. Gagnon Sports out in Oshawa. They're your one-stop pop shop.
You can't go wrong.
Hey boys, have you guys ever been to Gagnon Sports out in Oshawa?
Have I? That place is a gold mine. Picked up my new compound bow there last weekend. Hunting, fishing, archery, they've got everything.
Boys, don't forget the indoor shooting range. Gagnon's not just a store, it's an experience. They've been doing it right for over 50 years.
Seriously? I thought it was just another outdoor shop.
Just another shop. Buddy, it's family owned, Canadian proud, and huge. I've spent entire afternoons in there.
Or skip the trip and shop online. GagnonSports.com ships across Canada, fast, smooth, and packed with top-notch gear.
All right, I'm sold. Gagnon Sports trip next weekend?
Only if we hit the indoor range first, so I can show you guys how to shoot.
Gagnon Sports, 50 years of adventure and counting.
And don't forget to tell them the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
Before we end, boys, it's always great to sit down with you guys and talk shop. But Lou, you and I quickly, a big shout out to Mike and Rob Romulo from Dixon Barbecue. We both purchased some brand new propane barbecues, Siege, for the cottage and for the trailer.
Yep.
I have yet to use mine, but it has landed in Port Perry. It's there. Lou was the one who actually looked and did the research on this Napoleon barbecue, got it at Dixon. The boys hooked us right up, delivered to my shop, assembled. Like assembled. Like, here it is, boys. Don't worry about it.
That's good for you, Tony.
Are you crazy? I can't even hold a hammer. But I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you, I would have figured it out. I mean, it might have looked a little bit weird, but it would have fired up.
The great would be if you put a hot dog on it, the hot dog would roll down.
The fire would be coming out the side.
I would look at somebody and be like, don't need that part. Fire it away. But no, listen, man, it's got a searing station, infrared searing station.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Game changer.
Infrared. Infrared searing station. Lou was the one that did. I did none of this research. It was funny. I wasn't even buying this thing.
I didn't tell you, man. I did the porterhouse for the first time on it.
Oh, tell me. On the searing station?
Searing station. So I practiced with another little, cheap steak from before, and completely overcooked it, the cheap steak. And then I put on the porterhouse, and it's literally like 1 minute on each side, and this thing's at like 700 degrees. Oh my God, rust just like
Stop.
So reverse searing right onto the grill.
Yeah, and then you put it on the grill, shut the box.
Shut the box.
Woo! You shut the box, walk away, and 5 minutes later, you got a perfectly cooked steak. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So
You're making me hungry.
So listen, man, these are game changers with technology these days. You could buy propane barbecues with infrared searing stations to your left. So I went out I was about to buy a Weber, the fold-up Weber, because Lou had it at his trailer, and not knocking it. It was awesome. It was great. It was perfect. But when he's like, here's the model, send it to Rob, I opened it up. I'm like, well, I want this. You know what I mean? And then I saw the deal that he gave us was insane. I was like, how do I not get this? And he only had 2 left in stock.
So Dixon not only does Weber, or they do Napoleon, Weber.
Green Egg.
They do all high end.
Oh, high.
Oh, that's good.
You can still get some cheaper stuff off them for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But these guys take pride in their barbecues, and it's not just barbecues and barbecue equipment. They also sell amazing spices and sauces.
Yeah.
Okay. And we got to talk to them because I didn't see any wild spices.
Yeah, well, Rob, if you're listening, we got.
I'm coming for you, Rob. I'm coming with the samples. And I'm coming with samples, a briefcase, and we're gonna get a deal done with the briefcase. All's in the briefcase is his pens.
Oh, I can't wait to use that searing station, Lou. I'm losing it. And game changer. But shout out to those boys there. Listen, man, what's happening? What do we got cooking for the EDub podcast going forward? I know we got a couple banked here, but the next time we're live, buddy, we might be close to hunting season. Can you believe that, Lou? We're like a month away from getting the shotguns out of the closet, brother.
No, that's too early.
You gotta think 2 weeks ahead, bro.
Let me just think about smallies and musking on G-bait, and that's it. I don't
Buddy,
think about cold weather.
Think about the crisp morning air. Just when the leaves are turning, that's go time. It's biggin' time. Biggin' in the bush, biggin' in the water. Everything's big.
Do you have any fishing plans coming up, Siege?
Yes, I'm going to Perry Sound next week for a week.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
be their family thing.
It's family thing. Some of the husbands do a little fishing, but I get a little perturbed because I have my brand new ex-brides, and they're kind of like your doctors, but you have more patience than me. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna target lake trout because it's got lake trout in some deep areas, and then obviously smallies, large pike. But I'm gonna kill it. What about you, Lou?
This weekend, I'm targeting muskie on G-bait.
Nice.
Saturday morning, I'm gonna try to hit it hard with my buddy Ryan up there at the camp. And he's got this beautiful, like 40-foot aluminum craft. Oh, can't wait to.
I can't wait to see you in one of the new Eating Wild Sun shirts.
Oh yeah, got some new sun shirts we're gonna try out.
Yeah, thanks to Tim Dawson at Campus Crew.
Timmy, beautiful man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love them.
I used it last week, and they're nice, man. It almost feels like the material, when you already feel the material, you can feel the cool in it. It's got that cool climate stuff.
Cool technology.
It's a cool technology, and what I like was you sold me on the hood, Lou, because I didn't like hoods, but I'm a munja cake, and I burn so bad in the back of my neck when you're fishing. And let's be honest, when you're fishing, you're looking down at your electronics, your head's down. With that hood,
Yeah.
game
I
changer.
don't want our listeners to think we're trying to sell stuff here, because
No,
we don't care about that. But
No.
there's a gentleman, his name's Don, at my camp, and he had a really close call with skin cancer, not because of the sun, and it was just because he fished so much. He was on the boat all the time, just frying, and he was just frying. And we all think we're invincible.
Yeah.
And he who told me, it's like, Lou, don't play around. Make sure you're using sunblock. And his whole, like, part of his face was mangled from his skin cancer, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, just from the sun. So
Yeah, we gotta start taking care of ourselves, boys.
don't play. Don't play.
But buy Eating Wild Sun shirt.
Well, let's plug
They're not for sale yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
The moment I get back from Vegas, boys, I'm calling Lou up. I'm heading to Jeep Bay. I'm gonna meet him out there. I still got to get my smallie fix on my top water mega bass, and that's what I'm looking to do, folks, when I get back. And then, like I said, we'll be closer to the end of the season. But then there's big fish season around the corner, boys. Big fish season.
Ducks, deer. Oh,
We'll be talking. We got lots to talk about, but sharpen your hooks, sharpen your knives. This is Smash, and with Top Dog Pereira, we got Christopher Showtime Jansen.
hey now.
Say hey to Bap.
That.
And
Lou hates Bob.
say hi to Bap.
Dog's name.
Say hi to Bap. Get him into some fish. Tell him to keep the bunnies out of his mouth. And
Yeah, and one more thing. Stay tuned for next week, where Hookset might make an appearance.
yeah, so
Yeah.
all right, folks.
Who's hooks?
Coach, get that tune started. We're out of here, folks. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Eating Wild Podcast. Ciao. We're out of here.
Get the net.
This shit.
Launch the boat on the big old blue today. We've got the stars lined up, they're coming out ready to play. It won't be long, they'll be pulling up fish, and we'll be serving them their favorite dish. All the